I hope I can get this out. This chapter out. Because I literally just tried to record it, and it was like I messed up. I don't know. It's like whew. Okay. I'm trying. Okay, but last week, it's like I couldn't post anymore. After that, I knew it was coming. I've been waiting on that. Hold on. Be right back. I think we're good. Everything. Oh, still another one. It's like I'm allergic to reading. But last week my brain just did not want to. I couldn't focus on words anymore. But that's gonna be okay. We are gonna get through this. I mess ups will just be little mess ups, even though I get annoyed at them. But I'm going to warn y'all. This is a heavy warning. If you don't like any of this, please skip over or just go to the next chapter. Okay. This chapter may contain mention, not may contain, it's going to contain mentions of essay, suicide baiting / thoughts, bullying and abuse. This is Kit by Avvi88, chapter 11. If you forget the warnings, that will be posted in the description. And so will the link of this fic. If y'all don't want to listen to it, y'all can read it if you want first. But on to the video. Shota and Izuku were sitting again in the infirmary waiting on the recovery girl to get back with their results on why they still had ears and tails. Having a tail with normal pants does not work either. They had to get pants with holes in them. And when a recovery girl walked through the door again, Nezu came in behind her. She cleared her throat before she started talking. Well, it looks like the quirk has some lasting effects. The ears and tails won't disappear. Same with your instincts. You can look at it as a second quirk, seeing as you will be more agile, faster, and more stealthy. But like every quirk, it has its pros and cons. You will have to watch what you eat and what cats are allergic to, because so are you. Aizawa, you will have Aizawa. You will keep the ears and tails of the lynx, while Izuku's ears will keep growing, um, sing, seeing as he's still a kitten. Uh, Seeing as he's still considered a kitten, but when eventually grown, will eventually grow lynx ears as well. Because of her instincts, because of her instincts, sees Azawa as a parent. Izuku blushes deep. Uh, Izuku blushes a deep red at them. Midoriya, because you were and still are touch-starved. When the Quirk, I have to follow that one, right? Midoriya, because you were and still are touch-starved. When you were hit with the Quirk, you will have a little more difficulty with this whole situation. You are going to need more physical interaction with people you love. The longer you are in contact with said person, the longer you can what go without it. If if you go too long without it, you will become sick. Not only a depressant sick, but your whole body will shut down. Because of this, try and get more physical interaction as possible. Friends, family, boyfriend, or girlfriend, everything works. Shota does not like the sound of that. It won't be a problem while it won't be a problem while Izuku is in the dorms. He's surrounded by friends and family at UA. But when internships start, does does he have to be away from people, able to keep Izuku from getting sick? It is going to become a problem. We will can figure things out for that. Ashota spoke up, seeing the nervousness in his kid's eyes. It won't be a problem, Mom. It won't be a problem while you're in the dorms, and we can work on that from there. Aizawa is quite right. Aizawa is quite right. Nezu spoke up. I will get a new dorm room in order, so Midoriya can and Tama- Taking-san can move in with you. Seeing as Midoriya is going to need more than an interaction to get that has gotten him until today. Hold on. Let me reread this. And let me read it and then I'll reread it for y'all. Okay. Aizawa is quite right. Nezu spoke that. I will get I will also get a new dorm in order. So Midoriya so both Midoriya-kun and Takumi-san can move in with you. Seeing as Midoriya is going to need more than the interactions he has gotten until today, don't worry. There's going to be a penthouse on top of the teacher's dorm that that will that is more like a big apartment than. Hold on, give me a second. Hang on, I'm gonna finish that. It's more like a big apartment than a room. He explains. I don't know what's up with that cat lately. Well, my cat. most of that sushi. He's being a butt. That can work. Are you okay with that, little listener? Hizashi asked. Yeah, if it's okay with you, of course. I don't want to be a burden. I'll let him. Yeah, if it's okay with you, of course. I don't want to intrude or be more of a burden. Izuku says, Izuku was fast to add, Kid, you're not a burden. Shota says, with a stern voice, it's no problem with either of us to have you move in with us. It would be illogical to keep you out when you need us more than before right now. Thank you, the kid mumbled, looking at him with teary eyes. Recover Girl spoke up after a moment of silence. Okay, now that is taken care of, Midoriya, try and get small interactions each day. About 30 minutes. About 30 minutes should be enough for a little over 24 hours. Otter, what are you doing? Otter, leave that alone. But about 30 minutes should be enough for a little over 24 hours. If you get about 2 hours a day, it should last up for 4 days. That should be enough to cover everything. She stated, looking at Nezu to confirm. Ah, I think you forgot one thing. Saying, try and keep away from catnip. You will both be affected, but Midoriya-kun will be Midoriya-kun will be affected longer because he's still a kid. Nezu stated, a knowing look on his face. Hizashi, Zashi, please keep Namori away from any source of catnip. Shota groaned, knowing Namori will try it out immediately. Hizashi chuckled, and Izuku gave a small giggle in response. They ended the conversation not long after that, walking back to the dorms. All three sat on the couch, the TV going in the background. So, um, while we are while we're talking about the future and stuff, I I think there's something you need to know. What Izuku whispers out. What's up, listener? His husband asks. It's about Markport. And that's something Shota was not expecting, but perked up at the information anyways. Okay, so I was actually born quirkless. What? Hisashi asked, clearly confused about the new information. And then Izuku spoke up, looking sad. I'm gonna put this in. I think this is where the warning starts. So, prepare. When I was 4, my Quirk never came in. Me and my, me and my mother, me and my mother went to the doctor, hoping that it was just late. But it turned out I was Quirkless. My when my father figured when my father figured when my father figured out when we came home, he beat me. He screamed about how I was worthless and no one was going to ever love me. He went he left for America after a few days of beating. I haven't seen him since, and my mother blamed me for my father leaving and became more distant over the years. On top of everything, school came worse as the day went on. Mhm. I was 7 when I got my first spider lily on my desk at school. I was 8 when I got my first. I was 8 when the first time I got a third-degree burn. Third-degree burn. When I started middle school, my life became a personal hell. The teachers joined in on the torment. Beatings became daily. The hospital didn't take me for any of it for injuries anymore. Suicide baiting. My mother stopped giving me food. It was a bit much, to say at least. But the worst thing it was it was what the worst thing about it was my homeroom teacher. Oh God, hold on. The worst the worst thing about it was my homeroom teacher, because I was quirkless. I was supposed to be dumber. I was supposed to be dumber than everyone else. But my teacher took that to his advantage. He would keep me back after school, saying if I wanted if I wanted a higher grade, I needed to work for it. Izuku dissolved into sobs, not being able to talk anymore. I I forgot to reread this chapter before I read it out for y'all. Um oh, little listener, that came out weird. Oh, little listener. Um okay, I can't do that. This is not funny, but I laugh and I'm nervous. Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Izu- Izuku dissolved into sobs, not being able to speak anymore. Oh, little listener. Hitachi whispered brokenly, moving over where Izuku was sitting and pulling him into his lap, rubbing his back. Shota took one of Izuku's hands, giving it a squeeze. Kit, I need you. I need you to earth for me, okay? I'm sorry, that sentence did not make sense to me. I think I know what it means. I promise you that you are safe here, and that you will never get to, and he will never get you here. Shota says softly. His heart broke for his child. It took it took some time, but when Izuku finally calmed down, he continued. Um, it was about 10 months before the entrance exam when I met All Might. I was on my way home from school when when such villain attacked me. All Might saved me, but he jumped away when he caught the villain. He didn't notice that there that the rope he didn't notice that he didn't notice was the rope around both our legs, making me fly with him. He landed on a roof nearby, um, scolding me for being how about how irresponsible and dangerous that was. Before he before he could fly away again, I asked him if someone Quirkus could become a hero, and he said no before jumping away. I was on I was on the edge when I heard Kachan's explosion. He was attacked by the same sledge villain All Might had caught. I ran in before I could think, hitting the villain in the eye, before doing my best to give him more air. The heroes in the scene didn't do anything, and I couldn't just watch. Anyways, All Might came in and saved the day again. I was being scolded for my stupidity before they let me go. All Might found me again. After telling me about his quirk called One for All, it stopped powering for it, and he able to give away to a new successor. He said I could become a hero, and needed I just needed his quirk to do it. I claimed that 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 go- I'm gonna try to pronounce this beach. I have I can read it, I just can't say it. The Kobo Beach for the next for the next 10 months, and got the quirk on the entrance exam. When Zuko finished explaining, he was still holding onto Shota's hand while sitting on his husband's lap. They got they sat there for the rest of the day, giving reassuring words and watching movies. Both Hisashi, both Shota and Hisashi, knowing that they were going to give their kid the childhood he never had, and most importantly, Adira was going to burn. Okay, so that was a little rough. I had to take little bit of breaks. Just there's one part. I know it sounded like I was laughing. I was not trying to laugh. I laughed when I was nervous because I kept on messing up, and it's not. that part was not funny at all. It's just I got really nervous and I couldn't say what I was trying to say. It's just the way I was saying "Hey little listener," oh little listener," it sounded weird. It's just in my brain it sounded weird. How I was saying it to me to me it sounded weird when I was saying it. Like when I'm reading it like to myself, I have no problem. It doesn't sound weird. But when I'm reading it out loud, that part just sounded so weird to me. But no hate to this chapter. Okay, but I have a question though. Why did All Might get mad at Iz- Izuku when a rope was wrapped around their legs and he got scolded for it? I don't know. That's what I want to know. Um, anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this chapter. See y'all in the next one.